Hello, survivors! We are here in Soulstone Survivors again today. It is a silly Saturday, as you know, and I want to do a video where we're going to be using 5 specific runes. It isn't all random or randomizer. We're using Omnipotent, Gambler, Oscillating Power, Improved Repertory, and Overwhelming Chaos. We'll go over the runes a little bit later afterwards, but the most important thing right now is for us to make it completely random. So I'll show you how we're going to do that now. The first thing we're going to do to make it random is to use a random or wheel of names to pick the character that we are going to use, and then once we have picked the character randomly, we are then also going to pick which weapon that character will be using as well. So let's spin, let's have a look at which character it will be. It is completely random, and hopefully it's on someone decent. We get the Elementalist. That one is fantastic, so let's move on to his weapon. Here are his 4 weapons. Let's click to spin and see which weapon it is that we are going to be using for this challenge. Come on, give us the new one. No, it's going to give us his base weapon. Now, the reason we have to use this is because it is actually going to be using his first skill of, the actual run. So let's get straight into the rest of it. Now that all the randomizing has happened, let's go over all of the runes and exactly what they do. So Omnipotent, when using this rune, all the skills, characters, weapons that are in the game that we have unlocked get added into the possible skill pool in the match. So that means we can get absolutely any skill possible on the Elementalist during this run. Gambler increases the damage that we do, but we are unable to select any of our skills, and the skills are chosen randomly and they cannot be changed. We then get Overwhelming Chaos, which means any direct damage that we deal from skills now ranges from either doing 1 damage to 250% of the original damage of the skill. Really good. Oscillating Power increases your damage by varying amounts, cycling between 80% and negative 20% over time. And then Improved Repertory gives us a 7th skill and reduces all of our damage by 15%. So as you can see from what we're going on over here, a lot of it is randomized. We've got 1 to 250, 80 to negative 20. We can't choose what skills we have. We've got every single skill in the game, and we have 7 skills in our run. Now, the one thing I didn't randomize was the area. We are going to just play in the Caves of Del Zog like we usually do on max curse. Let's go straight into it and give it a good whack. So like I mentioned, we do unfortunately aren't able to start off what character weapon, the weapon. It's always going to be the skill that's there. So Lightning Beam is one of them, which is actually pretty decent for us. We do have Dazed in our repertoire or in the skills that we're going to be going for. But you'll see with Gambler, it actually leaves us with quite a decent little what's the word I'm looking for? Interaction that doesn't happen unless you take the rune. So normally at level 2 you would have unlocked a skill, so we'll show you now. Next time I level up, you're going to see a random skill just randomly appear on the hotbar and the level up will disappear. So as soon as we get there, we can go there. But luckily we landed up getting ourselves the Elementalist, because I do want to speak to you about something with him. Now, every time you pick up one of the fire orbs with regards to his ascension, we pick up something called the Ember Fox. Now, we went over the Ember Fox in a previous video, in our yesterday's video actually, and I said, maybe the Ember Fox is going to be really, really strong. The game actually does count the Ember Fox as a summon. Now, it doesn't get the summon or the minion tag or anything like that, so runes that affect only minions or whatever the case may be do not affect the Ember Fox. However, your character's stat sheet, so this, your character's attributes, all of these affect the Ember Fox like they would normal summons, and then the runes that increase damage like Oscillating Power or your Overwhelming Chaos, because they do deal direct damage, and things like that also affect the damage of the Fox. So just very, very interesting to note that that is how they work. And you can see so far we're actually getting quite decent skills. We've got Subdue and Thundering Slash. Both are swing, and we've also got a lot of frontal, so that's actually giving us quite a lot of different tag upgrades. We do have double electric as well, so I think we're actually in a very, very good spot. in terms of how well we can do this run with what's given to us. I also think with the actual runes themselves, we are going to be in a very, very strong spot in terms of damage just in general. Although they are very, very random, a lot of the time we're going to get a lot of decent RNG and roll a lot of damage for our runes, like the oscillating power and things like that. So we've already rolled up a smart over here, so there is some healing on our character now as well, which is really, really nice. If we did need it, we probably won't need it at all, but we're going to keep going even more and see what other skills we can grab. So area of effect for swing, fantastic. We're going to grab ourselves more crit. Ooh, we even got ourselves a heroic strike, which is now holy and swing. So we've got holy, we've got thunder, electric, sorry, we've got swing, frontal, physical. Oh, this is just good. This is going to work out fantastic. I can see it being a really, really good run over here with just complete randomness. And you can see we are going to be just doing a fantastic job. Just so good. I don't know. I seem to get... So the one thing about the... not the repository, sorry, about... what was it? Omnipotent is there are a whack ton of swing skills. So the chances of you not seeing a swing skill is actually more, I think it's actually higher than seeing a swing skill. I mean, there's just a lot more swing skills than any other skill in the game. And a lot of the time, the swing skills are actually some of the strongest skills in the game. I mean, we've got Arcane Blade, which is a swing skill. Scent of Blood is a swing skill. We got a Carrion Crows, which is the new Necromancer's weapon skill, which we haven't, featured on the channel just yet. So we've got that, and we got Corrosive, a spear from the who was it again? The Legionnaire. So also pretty good skill. Corrosive spear is a decent skill. The crows are a really nice skill as well. That's why you're hearing this weird noise, like a echo, like a sort of thing. That's the crow's cry. Excuse my crow, I'm not very good at it, but yeah, that's how that is. We're gonna go for light beam, lightning beam upgrades over there. We're going to go for cast frequency, some more damage. We can go for area of effect. Oh, that's perfect. There we go. I'm going to lock the area of effect here because that relentlessness is beautiful. Again, we're going to grab... Oh, we're actually going to banish that. We don't need that. Let's go for the cast frequency. Carrion Crow isn't... I like the other crow skill, the one that summons the crows that kind of orbit around you and deal damage. But this works perfectly fine anyway because it gives us negative effects, which is going to help us deal more damage. Excuse me. Alright, I think the only thing we have to really be worried about this entire run is going to be the Void Presence. Everything else you can see, we are going to just completely destroy them. Do we get... Oh, we get double Ember Fox over there, so it's actually summoned 4 of them, which is really, really good. I don't know, I actually forgot to ask this, but I am curious to know if Ember Fox is the amount that you summon depicted by how many fire embers you've picked up, or does it matter if you have multicast as well? So is there a chance that if you have multicast, you can actually summon more of them? If not, it's probably not, it's probably just how many orbs you pick up, and I think you can have a maximum of 6 summoned at any given time, or 6 in total from one summon if you get 3 fire orbs at once. And then I think they do have a duration as well, which means that you can have a lot more of them up if possible. So if you were lucky enough to only get, let's say, like fire orbs on the floor, like over here we got 3 light ones. If you could get only fire, then you could summon a lot more of the Ember Foxes than you might have otherwise been able to. So let's go get some upgrades now because we are struggling just a little bit. Get some magical upgrade over there. Not so fantastic, but it's okay. It's good for the lightning beam, which gives us the dazed. This is disoriented. There's a damage upgrade for holy, and I actually want the crit as well and the movement speed, so we are going to lock that. Movement speed on the Elementalist is going to be very important on a lot of characters, but especially since we do have to get kind of close because of the swing skills, and we also need to kind of pick up all of these orbs as well. So we want to try and get up and close and personal with the bosses, and then we also want to just smack them as hard as possible and move as fast as possible so we are safe at the same time. Do stay tuned because tomorrow we are going to probably release a video for material farming. I don't usually do Sunday videos, but I think it is important to release this one quite early since the update is out now on the live versions and everyone can play it. A lot of you are going to be missing a lot of materials to craft the weapons as well as upgrade your skill trees. So we're going to go through a little bit of a material farming guide and a major Soulstone guide. You can't do both at the same time, unfortunately. Well, you can, but you know, if you're doing both of them, it will be less effective than if you're doing only one of them. So you do have to focus on one or the other in terms of efficiency, but you can do both at the same time if you want to kind of lower your chances for better or more materials, the ores. So you can do the soulstones and ore farming, but it's more efficient if you do either or and not both at the same time. Well, I guess efficiency depends on what you're looking for. So there's a way to do both and be efficient about it, and then there's a way to do either or and be efficient about that as well. So we'll go over all of that anyway when we do the video. What runes to use, what character, well, I mean, character is going to be whichever one you enjoy the most, because you do have to do overlord cycles and you're going to try and stay in the round for as long as possible. So it's going to be a strong character as well as someone you like. So I'm going to show you on a character that I enjoy doing it on. You don't have to use the same character as me or anything like that. You just got to play on whoever you want and enjoy it as much as you want to. So, you know, just my 2 cents on that. Alright, we are extremely low life, so we are going to just run around a little bit further. We did manage to kill all the bosses though, so that's really good. We are then going to look for more movement speed upgrades. We're on 85% crit, so that's okay. More crit is better, 90% there. We get a multicast on swing, which means 4 of our skills now get upgraded. That was weird, I'm sure it went and hovered over smart, but I must be seeing things. So only 3 of the skills get upgraded, not 4. I don't know why. I thought smart there was a melee skill, swing skill, sorry. But it is what it is. Let's just keep applying more and more, you know, orbs to the area. There we got 3 ice orbs, which is fantastic. That's going to give us a little bit more damage from those. We're in a very bad spot here. Because of that, we did manage to narrowly escape. That's fantastic. The crows do chaos or negative effects, so they should be helping us with a lot of damage, but they just don't have enough cast frequency just yet to be that awesomeness that we need from them. So try and get cast frequency on the crows if you do have them. The negative effects are a big help in terms of damage. Luckily we got some decent movement speed, so we can just navigate around the bosses right now and kill them without a problem. I think the best skills that you could land up getting from the Gambler is going to be something from Omnipotent, as well as the Gambler would be Summons, of course, being strong as they are, and then you know, everything else comes after that. But anyway, we got a lot of swings, so we'll just roll with it. We'll swing with it. Corny joke. Alright, picking up as many orbs as possible right now. That's going to help us. Just deal that extra bit of damage. There's 2 fire orbs, so we summon 4 foxes. If we go and summon again, I do think it does summon more of them. I don't see how long they last for, but I do still see they're alive, and those weren't the others that we did bring about. Something else that we do need to note that we'll tell you about when we do the Legionnaire. There's some very interesting things going on with him. I did speak to the developer Alan about it, and some of my suggestions, unfortunately, due to balancing, my suggestion or my want cannot be entered into the game. Unfortunately, it just would make him the most broken of all Ascensions for what I wanted from it. But we're still going to go through the Legionnaire. Eventually, it will probably be sometime next week, so do keep your eyes peeled for that one. We do have some juicy stuff on it that you may not have thought about when you have played it yourself. Alrighty, go there. This is our last boss fight, by the way. It has been a 9-minute run. I did do this on the Arcane Weaver, and we did get a sub 8. No, it wasn't actually. It was sub 9. We did get around a similar, it was either sub 9 or a similar time to what we currently have, and it did work very, very well. It was a lot safer than what we currently had here. but because of oscillating power and because of the overwhelming chaos, you're either doing a whack ton of damage or you're not doing any damage at all. So, you know, it's a much of a muchness over there. But we managed to do it, so there we go, all random, all mid, ARAM for anyone. We did it, very, very fantastic. You can't even think or begin to think which skills do the most damage over here, but as you can see, we've got Thunder Slash dealing the most amount of damage. In 4th place is our Toxic Spheres, so dealing more damage than the Carrion Crows and other things over there. 5.5 million damage from the Elementalist Ascension. That is just whack. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this in the future. And always remember, keep safe, survivors. Until next time, cheers.